Hey everyone, I'm coming back on here because I don't know what the hell happened with that Facebook Live. Actually, I think I do know. I think I willed that to happen because I really didn't want to go live by myself. It scared the bejesus out of me and I just willed all that technical difficulties. I'm pretty sure of it. So if you tried to watch this week's episode of Wild and Wacky Chit Chats with the twins and got very frustrated, then this video is for you. And so if you're watching this now, what I was trying to tell you in that video too is that I sent healing energy, Reiki energy, to that video. So I programmed it that anybody who was watching it live and anyone who watched it in the future would receive energy. Because today's topic is all about our chakra centers and clearing out the sludge and bringing them back into balance. And one of the easiest ways to do that is through energy healing. So the energy can kind of go through all of our energy centers and find all these energy blockages and release it. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to receive healing energy, just allow yourself to receive. The healing energy works on the law of free will. So if you don't want to be healed and you don't want to receive the healing energy, that is a-okay. It won't do anything. So for this next half hour or so, as we're talking about the chakras, you might feel like different sensations going through your body. You might feel tingling. You might feel heat. You might like all of a sudden just like sigh. You might laugh. You might cry. You might feel angry. All of these things are different ways that we release energy. So we are energetic beings. A lot of us think that we are just physical, like that our bodies are just physical, but in truth, we are energetic beings. We are made up of layers of energy, which makes up an or an energy field. And like everything on this earth has an energy field. Plants have energy fields. Animals have energy fields. Everything has an energy field, and we're all kind of intertwined together. And so I know Krista and I have talked a lot about, how 99% of all of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions aren't actually ours. This kind of makes more sense when you look at it from an energetic level. So you're going amongst your business, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, this energy comes at you and you feel like upset or angry or full of anxiety. And it's like the first question you want to ask to every thought, feeling, and emotion that comes your way is this even mine? And trust what you get, because if you feel light when you ask that, then it's not yours. Return it back to sender. Anyways. Okay, so what enables us to feel all this energy around us is our energy centers, which are called chakras. So we have 7 main chakras that run from the base of our spine all the way up to the crown, and then we have a bunch of minor chakras, and we've got like lots in the palms of our hands, super, super sensitive because we have tons of micro chakras in our hands. So if you rub your hands together and then you kind of just move them together, you notice how you can feel something? That's your energy field. You're actually feeling your energy field. So these energy centers that we have, they open up to the front of us, and they open up to the back of us, and they open up from above, and they open from below. And what they're doing is, one, they're energy sensors, so they're feeling the energy around, but they're also like pulling energy through us. So we've got energy flowing in every direction through our energy bodies, which is very important. So just as our physical bodies need food and water and the air that we breathe to stay alive, us as energetic beings require a constant flow of energy flowing through our energy fields to keep us healthy, vibrant, and alive. But what happens is these energies we pick up on. We pick up on other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And if we pick up on these things that aren't actually for our highest good, so for example, like all of a sudden you're thinking, you're thinking something bad about yourself. Well, thoughts are energy, and when you're thinking bad thoughts, that stuff can kind of stick to your energy field and create these energy blockages. Same with if, somebody says something mean to you, and instead of just recognizing that that's just their point of view and it's not actually real or true, if you like align and agree with that and you're like, oh my God, I'm a shitty person or whatever, that stuff can stick to your energy field. And when we get all these stuck energies all over our energy fields, our chakras can't pull this energy through us as easily, which leaves us feeling drained of energy and tired and sick and all these things. So if you don't think that you can feel energy, I'll just give a couple examples to help you out, make you realize that you are so much more aware of the energies around you than you realize. So think of yourself at some sporting event and the team that you're cheering for goes, or they score a goal and everybody starts cheering and everybody's all excited. How does that feel in your body? It feels light. It feels expansive. It feels good, right? It lifts you up. And that is because your chakra centers are recognizing this good energy and they're opening you up to it. They're inviting in that good energy. Like our chakra centers are they've really got our back. They're really looking out for us. So another example, you walk into a room where people are arguing. Do you get that same sense in your body of that openness and lightness? No, you feel heavy, you feel contracted, like you feel gross, right? And that's your chakra centers warning you, like, we don't want this energy. And they close up and it's just like, no, we don't want that. So if we really start paying attention to our body signs and signals, we're really doing ourselves a world of good. And so what else did I want to talk about? Okay, so I guess what I want to talk about now is the 7 main chakras. So if we can get an understanding of what the different chakras are, then we can start paying attention to what our body is trying to tell us. Like, where are we feeling aches and pains? Okay, well, what chakra center is that related to? And then we can kind of go from there. So our 7 main chakras start at the base of the spine and work their way up to the crown. And they each spin at a different frequency. The root chakra spins the slowest, and the crown chakra spins the fastest. And because of the frequency in which they're spinning, they emit different colors. So the root chakra, the frequency that it spins at, it emits the color red. And then the sacral, orange. If you want to remember it, just remember the colors of the rainbow, or remember the guy's name, Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So the root chakra spins at the color frequency of red. And the root chakra is all about our survival skills. It's about food, shelter, water. It's where we feel safe and secure. And so if you look at it like we're born into this world to a family or a tribe. And this family or tribe provides you with food, shelter, and water. So if you've got this solid foundation, you feel safe and secure, you know that there's more than enough to eat, you've got more than enough money to pay your bills, you've got a close connection with your family, you're going to have this nice balanced root chakra. But if you somewhere along the way have bought into points of view like we don't have enough, there's not enough to go around, like people are always like, taking this and taking that and like worried about there not being enough, that's where you're going to run into energy blockages in your root chakra. And if you get too much of these blockages, your root chakra can actually become stagnant altogether, which means it's stopped spinning and it's not pulling any energy through there. And our root chakra is like really such an important chakra to take care of because it is like the foundation of all the other chakras. So if you look at it like a house, us like a house, our root chakra is the foundation of the house. And you don't want to build your house on a cracked foundation, right? So take care of your root chakra. If you are feeling just like insecure and worried about money and worried about just there not being enough of anything, whatever it might be, a good way to ground that out of there is to get outside, connect with Mother Earth, put your bare feet on the ground, maybe not right now, and just like allow Mother Earth to pull out these energies out of your root chakra. So we'll just take a minute right now. Everybody tune into your root chakra. It's located at the base of your spine and it's red. And so just zoom into that energy at the base of your spine and allow the distant Reiki energy just to go through that chakra center and release any of these energies. And you can further this along by placing a red crystal at your root chakra. So you'd have to lay down, but if you place a red crystal, like red crystals also emit the color frequency of red. And so we want more red energy blasting through the root chakra. Put a red crystal there and allow it to just blast through all of these stuck and stagnant energies and to release them. And you might feel a trickling of energy going down your legs. Same, you can wear red. You can also wear red clothes, eat red foods, eat root vegetables. So those are ways to balance out your root chakra. So the next chakra is your sacral chakra, and it is just below your belly button, and it is orange in color. And so it's all about your relationships with other people. It's also your center of sexuality. It's your center of creativity. And it's also a center linked to the emotional layer around us. So it's where we store a lot of emotions. And remember, 99% of all thoughts, feelings, and emotions are not ours. So if you've got stuff going on in this area of your body at a physical level, like that's your body basically saying, hey, you've taken on a lot of points of view about a lot of different things, about how your relationship has to look, who you have to hang out with, like that you can't share your creative energies with the world, all these things that are stopping you from moving forward in your, like with the sacral chakra stuff. That's where you want to just you can place an orange crystal there and let that orange energy blast through there. And again, I clearly have some energy blockages at my sacral chakra because the instant I put my hands here with that orange crystal, I can feel energies releasing down my legs. Another thing you can do, because it is such an emotional center, if you are having problems in the physical aches and pains in that area, having a bath, because emotional energy is really related to water. Water is a really emotionally healing thing. So having a bath or having a shower and just visualizing that water sweeping through your emotional layer and releasing all these emotions that you've bought as real and true for you. It's one of my favorite ways to balance the sacral chakra. And if you're having a bath, what I like to do then when I, pull the plug out of the drain and watch the water going out, it's like, bye-bye emotions that I've bought as mine. And it's just like such a freeing feeling. You're just releasing all this emotional energy. So try that. Next is the solar plexus chakra, and it is like, you know, where you feel your gut instincts, like it's above your belly. And the best way I can explain it is where you get your gut feelings. So this chakra spins at the color of yellow, and it's all about your relationship with yourself. It's where you feel powerful or where you feel disempowered. It's where, like, whether you feel self-confident or not. And it's really about having the right to act. You know, it's all about acting for you. So if you get a gut feeling, you get this gut feeling that, oh, I want to do this, but then you don't allow yourself because whatever reason it is, like you're worried about what people think, you're worried they're going to judge you or whatever that is. If you just ignore those gut instincts, over time you're going to create it's going to create all these energy blockages in your solar plexus area, which can lead to like stomach aches and things like that. So if you've got anything going on in your stomach area, that's where you want to really like focus on healing this center, like carrying citrine to support you, placing a citrine crystal, which is yellow there, and just allowing that yellow energy to blast through that area. Again, wearing yellow clothes. But I think one of the most wonderful ways to practice blasting out is to trust yourself. So if you get that gut instinct to go and do something, just do it. Even if it's scary, even if you screw it up, even if like whatever, you do it and you're just like, oh my God, like what happened there? I tell you what, you're going to be happier with yourself for at least trying it than if you never did it and then you always wonder what would happen. So yeah, your solar plexus, I find that I actually have the most energy blockages in my solar plexus because I am always worried what other people are going to think about me. Somewhere along the lines, I've bought that other people's opinions of me is more important than me being me, and I'm working hard on that. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who worries about what other people think of them. But so get yourself a piece of citrine if you like. And so now these are the 3 lower chakras so far that we've talked about. So if you want, just feel like tune into these 3 centers and feel that Reiki energy, healing energy, just like swirling through all these centers and releasing any energy blockages that are leaving you feeling stuck or stagnant. And again, you might feel like a little tingly. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, you get that like a heebie-jeebie kind of, like that's like the energy working its way through your body and releasing these energy blockages so that you can start to feel better. Okay, so next is the heart chakra center, and it's your gateway center between your upper chakras and your lower chakras. And it's the center of love for yourself and love for others, and it vibrates at the color of green. So if you're having a hard time, you know, with self-love, which first of all, I will just say, like, don't beat yourself up for it. Honestly, we are raised to believe, like, in ways that it's not cool to love yourself. You know, you think of the times, I remember like being a kid, even back from being a kid, where you're like, somebody is like feeling confident about themselves and, you know, putting themselves out there, and the other kids are like, oh, look at that person, they're so arrogant, like they're so self-centered and blah blah blah. Like we hear that all the time, so no wonder we have a hard time loving ourselves. We're basically taught that it's not cool to love yourself. So I think it's time to start loving yourself. So even looking in a mirror and starting to say, hey, you know what, I love you. I love you. And it might be a total friggin' lie in the beginning, and it might break your heart. It might make you cry because you realize, holy shit, I am such a jerk to myself. Like, yeah. So support this center get rid of those points of view. Those are lies. It is cool to love yourself. Love yourself. So carry green crystals and eat green foods and like throw some magic into your life. You know, like I'll make a smoothie and when I put the spinach in there, it's like, this is for self-love. And, you know, and then and strawberries is a really good self-love one too, and grounding. But like, as you put these things in here, like know that they're strengthening these different chakra centers, and then when you drink it, it's just like, oh, like this loving, healing, nurturing energy all over your heart chakra, releasing old points of view. Moving on to the throat chakra, it's light blue in color, and this is your center of speaking your truth, and it is also your center for listening to other people without judgment. And you know, the only time we really judge other people is because we judge ourselves, right? You know, I have written on my wall in big letters, nothing is personal. And that's such an important thing to convince and remind yourself of, because when people say things mean to you, it's not actually about you. You know, like if someone didn't have a judgment about themselves, then they wouldn't react to you, right? You know what I'm trying to say here? It's never about you anyway. So this is all about speaking your truth. Like the infinite us has so much to share with the world, but we get stuck in all these points of view that we've bought as real and true, and then we're afraid to speak our truth. And so if you find that you have a sore throat, or anything going on in this region, like a sore neck, anything like that, that's like, okay, where am I not speaking my truth? And where am I judging the shit out of myself and judging the shit out of other people, you know? And really start to just release these energies with, I thought I had a light blue crystal here. Just place a light blue crystal at this chakra and just allow it to like just clear out all that lower energy from your body. Oh, and I can feel that. So again, tuning into the energy that has been sent to this video, and just allow it to move through your body, through your throat chakra. You can also aid along in this by singing, talking, chanting. Like seriously, I love chanting, and it's such a good way to blast out all these energy blockages from your energy field. I think you guys can feel that too, can't you? There's a lot of energy movement going on here. It's good. I'm excited. So next is your third eye chakra, and it's indigo in color. And this is really your center of intuition. This is your center of imagination. You know, you think of, and your psychic gifts. Like, so you think of children, and you think of how like they have imaginary friends. Are they really imaginary friends, or are they actually seeing beyond this reality? Are they seeing into the spirit world? You know, we're all born with psychic gifts. We're all born with all these psychic gifts, but we buy all these points of view as real and true, and then we block these gifts. So if you want to open up your intuition and open up your imagination into the world of magic, then I would put lapis lazuli is really good indigo colored crystal. Just place it at your third eye. Just really imagine it clearing out all these lower energies. And so last night when I did the chakra balancing on myself, after I took them off, I could feel the energy of that crystal still working through my third eye chakra. It was really neat. For quite a while, I was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, wow, I got some serious blockages going on, and this crystal is doing its job to blast them out of me. And so finally, your crown chakra base, it's at the top of your head, and it vibrates at the color of purple. So if you want to get those spiritual juices flowing, that's where you would just carry purple crystals, wear more purple clothes, meditating with a like amethyst crystal. If you're laying down, you can just tuck it into the back of your head. And that's really going to clear out the lower energies in this center. This center is also about your inner knowing and wisdom. So there's certain things that you just know. And you don't know how you know them, you just know. That's like your link to like your spirituality, a higher power. It's your link to the universe, and there's universal truths, and we just know. We have access to them, and some of the things we just know. I don't know how to explain that anymore. I'm kind of pooping the bed on this one. Anyways, so those are your 7 main chakra centers. They are energy feelers. They are constantly working to help us out. You know, they're sensing energies around us, and they're warning us, you know, you don't want that energy. You want more of that energy, you know. So start paying attention to your body's signs and signals. If you want, like this honestly helped. I will share. I'll finish off by sharing this story with you. So I think I might have talked about this in the beginning of the video, but like the last few days, I just like weird thoughts have been popping into my head, and I've just been emotional, and like I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is all of this? And I asked my spirit team, I'm like, what is going on with this? And the message I got was, you're trying to find what it is that's going on in your head, but it's not in your head. Look, expand beyond it. Expand beyond it. So Krista and I have been doing a couple different 30-day challenges. So the one, I'm just about done this one, but it's like, what else is possible that I haven't even considered? And then there's another one we're doing as well. And what's happening is these are bringing forth all these points of view that are no longer serving us, and they're bringing them to the surface so that we can release them. But I wasn't recognizing that was going on, and I'm just like, what is going on? And so they said, expand out and look at it energetically. And so I did, and all of a sudden I could just like see all these walls of energy coming forward, and it was like all these points of view that I've thought is real and true trying to come forward to be like, hey, you bought this shit a long time ago, and by you asking these questions and doing these clearings, we're showing you this is the stuff that you can let go of. And so my body's been like trying like to get me to like do some self-care, and I haven't been listening. And so last night I did. And so if you want to try this, just lay down and first put a red crystal at your root chakra, and then an orange crystal at your sacral, and then a yellow crystal at your solar plexus, green at your heart, light blue at your throat, indigo colored crystal at your third eye, and then you can tuck in a purple crystal, like as close you can to your head. And so I did that, and then I like pushed down all my barriers, and I called in my spirit team and was like, please send me so much healing energy, and with the help of these colored crystals, blast these colors through my chakras and release all these points of views that have been coming up that I can now let go of. And I listened to a guided meditation as I did this crystal healing, and so much energy flooded through me, and all these emotions came out, and I just started crying, and I didn't even know why I was crying. It was just like my body just releasing all this stuff. And I did that for about a half an hour. And you can like put your hands, if you want, like start at your root and put your hand over your red crystal and just like send healing energy. Like you can just visualize white light go in there, and then you can do all your chakras, or you can just intend that white light comes and fills through all these. Anyways, I did that for half hour, and then when you're done, remove them in the opposite order. So start with your crown, take them off in the opposite order, and then cleanse them after, of course. Cleanse them before and after, of course. And then after I did that healing session, I broke out into a sweat. Like it was really weird, and I thought I had all this weird energy going on in my throat, and I felt really sick, and I was just like, holy moly, like something is being released. So do recognize that when we do release these old ways, these old points of view, whatever, our body can release stuff in many ways, like physically. Like you might actually, like some people experience like nausea, vomiting, sweating. Like I know these things don't sound real great, but this stuff really does happen. And so I was like sweating and my feet were on fire, and I just recognized that as awesome. Like this is releasing. And so I just visualized roots growing down the bottom of my feet, and I just allowed myself, without going into my head about what I was releasing, and just allowed my body to just let all that shit go. And yeah, it was probably a few hours where I didn't really feel good. And actually, like, to get real honest, I woke up and I was just sweating, and now I feel amazing now. Because what happens when you allow these things to release, you have less energy blockages in your body, and your chakras can continue to pull through all this healing energy, which makes you feel alive and vibrant and not tired. So I hope this has helped you. Grab yourself some crystals, do a little crystal healing on yourself, get outside, really work on grounding yourself today, go for a walk, get out of your head. If you notice anywhere in particular in your body that has like aches and pains or feels tight or whatever, go through the chakra colors and pick a crystal that will help with that, to balance that chakra back out. Wear that color of clothes today. Eat those colors of foods, whatever it is. So anyways, getting to know your chakras is really an amazing thing, and realizing that our chakras have our back and they're continuously trying to warn us about the energies around us. Like the more you get to know that, the more the easier your life will become. So I hope you guys all have a really great day. Bye-bye.